Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Sean here, designer with Cutting Edge Pools. Today we're going to talk about the 5 things to avoid when you're designing a pool. We're actually going to tell you how to fix them. First up on the list is stamped concrete. I don't believe this to be a good idea around any pool. For one, it's expensive. 2, it's going to be slippery because you're going to have to seal it in order to maintain the lustrous look. If you use a texture on there, that's basically going to feel like sand, always on top of the deck, and it's still going to be slippery. It's hot because of how dark the color is, and the sealer has to be maintained, which means you're going to be replacing it in a few years. The stamped concrete is also very uneven due to the stamping process. This will make your chairs, it'll make your tables uneven and wobbly. So who wants a wobbly table when you're out there with a drink on the table? Something else to consider with stamped concrete, with all that undulation from the stamping process and the pattern in there, those will fill with water and you'll get bird baths. When that dries out, you'll have little rings all over the place. So avoid stamped concrete. Instead, do this. Do some sort of a paver. Do a sand finish, which is a very nice finish. We can show you what that looks like, but it's basically a light exposed aggregate that's soft to the feet. It's not slippery. There's natural glass in the concrete, which actually glitters in the sun. You wouldn't think that, but it's absolutely beautiful. Number 2, avoid bad placement of your pool and spa. When designing a pool, we always make sure that we're taking these things into consideration. Might seem like a good idea to have a raised spa close to the home so it's easy to get to. In the winter months, less steps. You might not know unless you actually take account the whole picture. You sit back, think about how you're going to use your deck space. Sitting in a chair and overlooking to the pool, if you got a raised spa in front of it, you're going to block the entire view of a big portion of that pool. You're not going to be able to see swimmers, you're not going to be part of the activities. It's overall just a bad idea. Instead, move the spa to the side, move it to the back of the pool. It's a couple extra steps, but what are a couple extra steps when you're thinking about the safety? You also get the benefit of a free waterfall oftentimes when moving a spa to the other side, so you'll have that nice water feature actually aiming at you. Avoid putting your pool to the far side of the yard if all possible. Bring it closer to the patio. You know, moms like to sit under the shade of the decking and watch the kids play. Keep it close for easy, watchful eyes. Now, I might get a little heat on this, but listen to me. Deck jets are not all they're meant out to be. Deck jets are noisy, so you'll have a hard time communicating with each other. They don't have a very good sound. Imagine yourself standing up on a chair with a hose, dumping into a bucket, filling that up. That's basically what your deck jet sounds like. They spray water all over the deck, leaving residue. Just avoid the deck jet. And if you're in the pool and you get one of those coming up out of the water with your face up, it's not very pleasant. Instead, opt for some other feature like a bubbler. Other types of deck jets might be ones with lights that have the laminar jet in there. Though they are cool looking when they work, the laminar jets are very finicky and require constant adjustment to keep the light source intact. They're very expensive to install. They need perfect wind conditions in order to carry the light through and be attractive as they look on the brochure. Laminar jets also require a dedicated pump in order to keep the flows correct, so the expense really does increase dramatically with this type of jet. Instead, try something else. Maybe go for some lighted bubblers. Number 4 on the list, avoid bad lighting. What do I mean by that? If you're sitting in your home and you're looking out the window and you're staring down at the light and it's staring back at you, that's bad lighting. Nobody wants to have a staring contest with their pool light. Avoid doing that. Instead, get those lights over on the side of the house, aiming away from you. Make sure you've got a nice even glow. By adding more lights, even if they're smaller, will help with that even glow across the whole pool and avoiding those dark spots at the opposite end of a single light. Avoid the boring, old, dull, white lights. Instead, get with the party, do some color, spruce up the yard, make it a resort. Number 5. I'm going to take a lot of heat on this one, so I'm going to put in a little caveat. If you're doing this for safety, by all means, you should do it. I'm not here to talk anybody out of it, and that is avoid a pool cover. If you've got kids who are older, and you've got avid swimmers. You're an avid swimmer yourself. Why would you have a cover? They limit what you can do with the design. They are unsightly to look at. You would much rather look at a beautiful, gorgeous pool and the lighting that it creates and the ambiance, wouldn't you? Rather than looking at a sheet of plastic with dirt all over it. So you ask, well, don't they keep the pool clean? A lot cleaner than not having a cover? Think about it this way. Would you rather have the dirt that blows into your yard land on top of the cover and you have to sit there and look at it? Or would you rather it fall into an open pool where the filtration sucks it up, takes it away, and stores for cleaning in the filter? Think about it this way. Pool cover gets all the dirt and debris on it. When you roll it up, it mixes with the water that was from the pool when it rolls around itself. And when you close it back up, now you've got mud on top and you've washed all that other debris into the pool. You don't notice it next time you open the pool because the pool's done its job and it's filtered it out and taken it back to filter, which brings me to the other solution. Oversize your filter. We always oversize our filter so it's less frequency of cleaning. You'll thank me later. The other question I get, well, don't they keep the pool warm? Sure, they're really good at keeping the pool warm. June, July, August, yeah, they keep it warm. 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98. I've seen surface temperatures, now we're talking about the thin surface, 140 degrees. So yeah, they keep the pool warm, sometimes too warm. So you gotta figure out what the trade-off is. If you're an avid swimmer and you're gonna use this pool all through the winter months, by all means, a cover's great for you. But if you're just using it like most people typically do, just for the nice weather months, cover's actually going to be a detriment because you end up leaving it open to cool it down anyway. So what good is the cover? You've already opened it up to try and keep the temperatures down. So the solution is to not do a cover, or if you do a cover, put a water feature on there and cool it down fast. And the main reason I don't like covers, your pool should be an extension of your home. So a pool cover can really hinder what you can do in the design. You're limited to a square rectangle shape, where as without a cover, we're free to do what we want, get things positioned exactly where we would like them. So consider not doing a cover if it's not for the safety of young ones. Thanks for watching. Hope I didn't ruffle too many feathers. Take this with a grain of salt. And if you want to see 5 things I absolutely would do on a pool, check out this other video.